Hello, and welcome back to another episode of VR Run Through being produced in the XRcast Studio. We are taking a look at the VirtualSpeech program and all the many different exercises that it has within it. So far we've looked at all this, we've looked at all these 5, and now we are taking a look at business storytelling, and we'll start here. So coming in here, just the concept of giving 2 short stories. These are the 5 stories that I have to choose from. Maybe a story that has an embedded strategy, a social proof. It's talking about resistance or talking about engagement. So let's just see that. And then I would just talk about it. I wish there was a clock on here. I don't see a timer or anything. But in general, you would speak, and then I'd say next. Choose the second story type. So this time maybe it's an inspiring story. Again, I'm telling this story to an audience, becoming familiar with that feeling, maybe repeating myself if I need to. Again, I could have used the analysis, so it would actually be recording this if I had wanted to, and then I could rewatch, or I can start audience questions they can ask me. So, but I will be finished with this one. So that was one of the storytelling. We have also seen this one, so I'm not going to jump into it. Just impromptu storytelling. That would be where they flash these images up on the screen, and you have to just kind of think on your feet and just try your best at talking your way out of whatever is up there, or talking, kind of making it connect, making it flow, sound like it's okay. We've also seen this one, a TEDx event. When I say we've seen these, you can go back to the earlier episodes and see where we went through them. But yeah, this one was cool. Puts you on a stage, large auditorium, big presentation. You could upload your own presentation and give it in front of all these people. So very cool possibilities there. But I'm going to jump straight to this linking objects and stories. It's kind of an interesting concept I've seen. There's going to be objects highlighted in each room, and there will be a phrase given, and then you need to link the object, and once you do, click the next button. And they'll go through several rooms here. So, being a great communicator. First object circled is the oven. So, being an oven is obviously all about creating an environment. A nice warm oven environment makes great cookies. So, being a good communicator is fostering that communicative environment is what makes it productive. Here we have a kettle. These kettle, it's very important with the kettle. It needs to be able to boil at times. Tensions need to boil, but it needs to resist boiling over, and that's, I think, how it has to work with the team as well. There is a certain amount of friction that is inherent when you're working on complex projects, but it's all about communicating and allowing those tensions to be released. Let's see. Flowers. Not too sure. Being a good communicator. I'm not sure. Fridge. I don't know. So trying to connect to being a communicator. This is a challenge. Link the object circled in red to the following phrase. Dealing with stressful situations. So dealing with stressful situations. Book. Reading as a form of a de-stressor. Some people get stressed when they have to read. Other people get de-stressed. Playing guitar is another way that you can de-stress. Release, have your hobby. Chandelier. Swinging from the chandelier can be de-stress. Mirror. Taking the time to reflect on your life and de-stress. Link the object circled in red to the following phrase, being emotionally intelligent. Emotional intelligence. Okay. Lamp. Say emotional intelligence. Say probably something to do with the fact that there's a shade on it. The lamp knows how to direct its light energy. using the shade. I don't know. If you know how to direct your energy if you have emotional intelligence. Oh, I just saw it on the other side here. Window. They say eyes are a window to the soul, so that window could be a representation of being able to see into people's soul a bit and then be empathetic of their position and be emotionally intelligent. Laptop. Being emotionally... I don't know. When I think of laptops, I think of like collaborative work in a cafe, just like they kind of have here around a table. So I guess that's nice. Emotional intelligence is just interacting with groups and collaborating using laptops and whatnot. Ladder, having rungs. So maybe the rungs of emotional intelligence as you're stepping up. And a lot of it is through trial and error and learning the hard way. Okay. So, I mean, I guess that was interesting, just getting you exactly telling stories. I mean, I was just kind of obviously winging it there, and they were just selecting random objects. I think it would be the same if I did it again. Yeah. So, I think that this is a good module so far, just giving you the chance to tell a story. Some of the story, for example, this TEDx talk, or you can have this story type. These are ones where you go in advance and you could have materials prepared, impromptu, and the linking objects. Just kind of wing it. So, but I think that's good to get both sides there. Let's look at this last one, telling a story. So you're telling a story, put the techniques from this course together, tell a story of your choices in front of this small audience. Load in 3 presentation slides. So again, this is one that you could have presentations prepared. Use the speech analysis feature to measure your performance. Upload the recorded. Awesome. So again, I could start the analysis there. I could do the recording. I could do everything. For this purpose, I won't, but pretty good. I mean, they're wiggling around. They're moving, pretty solid. And I could have a presentation up if I had that prepared. So that is, again, a nice feature to have. And I guess there's nothing really to say, because this is one that would be a self-guided. I know I have a meeting to prepare for or something, so I'm deciding to log on here and practice in advance of it. So there is no real start or stop, but you can decide that for yourself. But yeah, that guy's for it. So awesome. Again, very nice feature, and that looks like that is all for this module, the storytelling one. Really cool. I could see a lot of functionality, many different angles to come at it, many different use cases, big crowd, medium crowd, very small crowd, something where you have no preparation whatsoever, something that's very abstract. I like it all. So good stuff on here. Another good module by VirtualSpeech. I am going to cut it off here and then pick right back up. So thanks for tuning in to another VR run-through. This is produced by the XRcast Studio at the Penn State Behrend campus. And I will continue these, so keep an eye out and stay tuned.